All right, here we go. Well, we welcome you into BDC Productions video stream here on the Booster Club's live stream page. Tonight we've got Farragut High School Hoops, the Lady Admirals, taking on the Lady Governors of William Blount. This is an elimination game, and the winner will move on to play Friday in the semifinals. That matchup will be against Maryville at 6 o'clock. The Lady Rebels are the number 2 seed. They await the winner here. Farragut, the 3 seed, having gone 10-4 in District 4 AAA action. William Blount comes in as the number 6 seed. And Brandon and I were talking off camera a little bit earlier about this matchup and the fact that probably I think most people would look at it and say Farragut got the more difficult matchup. You draw numbers at the beginning of the season, and the low number would get the preferential seed at the end of the year if other tiebreakers cannot be used to distinguish one team from another. So that was the case this year with the 5 and 6 seeds, as Hardin Valley and William Blount both went 5 and 9 in district play. Well, Hardin Valley had the lower number, therefore they got the number 5 seed. William Blount falls to the number 6 seed. And while in the opening round it doesn't necessarily make that much of a difference, Hardin Valley defeated West on Monday night, 57-38. William Blount followed suit as the better seed, the lower seed, defeating Lenoir City 55-37, moving on to face Farragut here tonight. But tonight it really kind of comes into play. You look at what Heritage just did to Hardin Valley in our first quarterfinal game of the night. The Lady Mountaineers defeated Hardin Valley 80-41. And again, I would be really shocked if we have a blowout of that nature here tonight. When Farragut and William Blount have squared off in 2 earlier matchups, it has been by a single-digit difference. Farragut winning on both occasions, but really kind of unable to put the Lady Governors away. You look back on the matchup that was in December, and that was at Farragut High School. The Lady Admirals enjoyed a 9-point lead after 1 quarter, but really couldn't put any substantial additional distance between themselves and the Lady Governors the rest of the night. At halftime, Farragut led by 8. Heading to the third quarter, Farragut led by 7, and ultimately they won by 8. So the game was played on really even footing after that initial flurry by Farragut that got them the lead at the end of the first quarter, 16-7. In the second matchup, the Lady Admirals had the lead at halftime pretty comfortably, 29-15. Looked like they were well on their way, but William Blount bounced back with a big third quarter, 15-6 advantage for the Lady Governors in the third quarter, closed to within 5, and the final tally was a 54-45 victory for Farragut. So a 9-point decision for the Lady Admirals on January 28th at William Blount, and an 8-point win for Farragut on its home floor back on December 16th. So again, 2 pretty competitive games, and so that leads one to think that we're probably not going to see another quarterfinal like the one just concluded. Again, Heritage moving on with an 80-41 victory over Hardin Valley. Lady Mountaineers, the number 4 seed, move on to play the early game on Friday. There'll be 4 semifinals on Friday, 2 girls semifinals, 2 boys semifinals, and it's Heritage versus Bearden in the first one at 4:30. Bearden, of course, is the number 1 seed on the girls' side of the District 4 AAA tournament. The number 2 seeded Lady Rebels of Maryville await the winner of this Farragut-William Blount matchup. That Friday semifinal will be played at 6. And we hope we'll have back-to-back Farragut games on Friday, as if the boys can win tomorrow night against Hardin Valley, they would move on to face Maryville at 7:30 on Friday. But that, too, tomorrow night for the Farragut boys, like tonight's matchup for the Farragut girls, their elimination contest. The season is riding on the outcome. And so Farragut, having defeated Lenoir City last night 80-35, moves on to face Hardin Valley tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And we'll be back on the FM 105.3 FIV airwaves tomorrow night, as well as myi105.com. we had a programming conflict tonight, so just doing the video stream. And again, our thanks to Brandon Campbell for being willing to come out and do it. And so figured we might as well as two. And tomorrow night, back in all the usual places, and the same would be true too Friday night if Farragut is able to survive and advance. So, about to have the introduction of the starting lineups. William Blount, being the lower seed, is in the dark road jerseys. Got a charcoal gray for the Lady Governors, with the orange numerals outlined in blue. William Blount's coached by Todd Wright. He's assisted by Joe Lee and Jason Kallenberg. And in the starting lineup, McKenna Myers, as well as Kendall Tilley, Jenna Kallenberg, also Maddie Kelly, and Sarah Kegley. Kallenberg is certainly going to be the focus of Farragut's defensive pressure. Farragut has done a good job against Kallenberg in the two regular season matchups, limiting the senior to 5 points in the first game and 10 in the second. William Blount's 18-12 overall. Again, they were 5-9 in the district, tied Hardin Valley. Hardin Valley owned the tiebreaker with the better number, and so William Blount is the 6th seed. Farragut 20-8, 10-4 in the district, playing their first game here in the district tournament as the number 3 seed, and the Lady Admirals in their home white. Glad to have Macy Barnes back in the starting lineup. Macy hasn't played in a few weeks, a 5'8 junior in the starting lineup, number 23, joined by number 2, Madison Hodge, 5'5 senior, number 4, Claire Wyatt, a 6'1 senior, number 13, Ace Strickland, 5'11, a sophomore, and number 34, Keely Rogers, 5'8, a sophomore. Farragut coached by Jason Mayfield. He's assisted by Andy Arndt, Alex Monday, Madison Maples, and Kristen Freeman. Kallenberg will jump for William Blount, Wyatt for Farragut, and Farragut owns the opening tip. We are underway as Farragut and William Blount in an elimination quarterfinal here at Bearden High School District 4 AAA tournament. Claire Wyatt, top of the key against Kegley, man-to-man defense, off to Strickland left side, works behind Wyatt's screen, puts up a 3 and hits it. Good start for the Lady Admirals as Ace Strickland from the left side nails a 3. Farragut jumps into a press. Wyatt and Barnes pressuring Myers deep in rear court. Her pass is deflected off a Lady Admiral out of bounds. Just underway, Farragut scoring on the first possession with Ace Strickland, the all-district performer, knocking down a 3. She had 20 in the first matchup with William Blount, 14 in the second. William Blount in front court, Farragut in the passing lanes, deflects a ball out of bounds across the way. Claire Wyatt, Farragut's other all-district honoree, scored 15 and 18 in the two matchups with the Lady Governors previously. Drifting left, Kendall Tilley for William Blount. Comes back right. Three-pointer, put up right side for William Blount. That's Maddie Kelly. It's offline. Farragut with the rebound as they head up floor. William Blount knocks the dribble from behind out of bounds. Myers reaches in, pokes it away from Madison Hodge. Farragut with the ball. Second possession of the ball game for the Lady Admirals. Madison Hodge at the point. Macy Barnes out top, three-pointer, a little too strong off the back of the iron. Rebounded away by Kallenberg, given to Tilley. Tilley in front court for the Lady Governors. Hodge there defensively. Left side, Maddie Kelly uses her dribble, needs some help. Barnes all over, and she's able to get it off. Now cuts to the basket, looking for a return feed. It's knocked away by Farragut. Loose ball picked up by the Lady Admirals as William Blount turns it over. It's Keely Rogers in front court, driving on Kallenberg. Now looks for the cutter, actually Strickland cut. Ball was thrown back to where she had previously been on the perimeter, and Hodge saves it before a backcourt violation. Hodge works off Strickland's screen to the left, gives to Ace. Three-pointer out top by Ace, no good. Claire Wyatt's going to be over the back on a rebound attempt as she climbed the back of Sarah Kegley. First foul of the ball game. 6:09 to go opening quarter. Farragut pressing. Kegley, one dribble in rear court, picks it up, double team, gives to Myers, ahead to Kallenberg. William Blount's got the numbers as Kallenberg's going to be fouled on a drive to the basket by Keely Rogers. Second foul on Farragut. Kallenberg to shoot a pair. Again, Farragut, outstanding job defensively on Kallenberg in the 2 regular season matchups. She puts the toss up and hits it, gets William Blount on the board. 2 minutes in. William Blount dents the scoreboard at the free throw line with Jenna Kallenberg, and the second toss is good as well. 3-2, Farragut with the lead on Ace Strickland three-pointer on their opening possession. Hodge gives to Barnes. Barnes, working against Maddie Kelly, gives to Claire Wyatt. Left baseline jumper is good by Claire. From about 16 feet out, Claire Wyatt. With her first bucket, Farragut leads 5-2. Lady Admirals pressing in rear court. Ball's going to be deflected by Strickland right to Hodge, who lays it up and in. And an and one opportunity as William Blount fouls from behind. So the Lady Admirals force the turnover out of the press as the foul was committed by Maddie Kelly. And Madison Hodge with a chance for the three-point play. The senior completes the three-point play. So Farragut leads 8-2. William Blount, Maddie Kelly gets the ball into Tilly, and she's trapped in the corner, turned it over, but William Blount gets it right back. That looked like maybe a double dribble by Kelly. She comes out of there with a basketball. No call. Here's Myers driving, right baseline for William Blount. Missed it. Claire Wyatt tips it out. Macy Barnes controls. Farragut in front court with a pass to Rogers. And as she looks inside to the cutting Claire Wyatt, Jenna Kallenberg threw a foot out and kicked it into the William Blount bench. Julia Combs, number 30, a sophomore for William Blount, enters the lineup for Maddie Kelly, I suppose. Sarah Kegley, yes, still on the floor. So Kegley, Combs, Myers, Tilly, and Kallenberg for Coach Todd Wright. Farragut yet to sub. Here's Claire Wyatt. Top of the key, three, good. Claire Wyatt with Farragut's second three here early on. And Coach Wright not happy about the screen, I think, that was set in order for Claire to shoot the uncontested three. And so the Lady Admirals leading 11-2 as we have our first timeout of the ball game. 30-second timeout being used by William Blount. Claire Wyatt with 5 now following that three-pointer. Ace Strickland with the 3 to get things started, and Madison Hodge with a three-point play as she scored the layup following a William Blount turnover against the press. Madison fouled on the made shot, went to the line, converted the free throw as well. So that's Farragut's scoring thus far. And we are 3 minutes in, and William Blount does not yet have a field goal. They've got a pair of free throws from Jenna Kallenberg. Farragut pressing. Ball comes into Kegley. Gives back to Myers. Now to Kegley. Kegley into front court. William Blount with a 3-on-2, but the pass goes into the corner. It's knocked away by Strickland and off of Combs, out of bounds. Good recovery by the Lady Admirals defensively, and William Blount guilty of its third turnover here early on. Lady Admirals leading 11-2, 4:50 to play, opening quarter here at Bearden High School. William Blount content to sit back in its half-court defense while the Lady Admirals have been pressing here at the outset. Claire Wyatt, nice cut to the basket. Strickland with a good feed, and Claire lays it up and in. So Claire with 7 early on, and William Blount making their way up the floor against the press. We're going to have a foul against Farragut. Ace Strickland. So Ace picks up her first. It's the team third. And Farragut will get Keely Rogers out of the lineup, as well as Macy Barnes. McCall Willis enters the game, as does Ashlyn Sheridan. So Ashlyn Sheridan, number 44, the sophomore, and fellow sophomore, 32, McCall Willis on the floor, joining Claire Wyatt, Ace Strickland, Madison Hodge. Tilly got around Hodge, drives to the basket, draws contact, is going to have a couple of free throws. They give the foul to Ashlyn Sheridan. It'll be her first, team fourth. And Kendall Tilly to the line. She had 11 in the first meeting, 5 in the second. Comes up short on the first free throw attempt. Again, William Blount yet to hit from the field. Tilly back at the line, second attempt, good. So Tilly hits 1 of 2. Farragut leads 13-3. Madison Hodge in a hurry in front court, gives to Strickland on the left wing. Ace, nice spin move off the left side of the lane, but the shot won't go down. Willis battling for the rebound, but Kallenberg comes out of there with it for William Blount. Jenna Kallenberg gives off to Kendall Tilley, and Tilley across the timeline where she'll be picked up by Madison Hodge. 13-3, Farragut leads. Midway through our opening quarter, there's a roll to the basket by Kegley, lays it up and in. Looked as though she might set the screen, just rolled. And McKenna Myers with the assist as Kegley gets the first field goal of the ballgame for William Blount. Madison Hodge, top of the key, hesitates, then gives to Strickland. Strickland into the paint, fires it right side to Sheridan. Out top to Claire Wyatt. Three-pointer offline, ball ricochets around and knocked into rear court and out of bounds, touch last by Farragut. William Blount's basketball with 3:30 remaining in the opening quarter. They'll have it side front court across the way, trailing 13-5. Left side, Kegley dumps it down on the baseline to Kallenberg, and Kallenberg hits the mid-range jumper. So William Blount back-to-back field goals from Kegley and Kallenberg, draw to within 13-7. McCall Willis to Claire Wyatt out top, guarded by Kegley. Gives to Strickland, coming back the other way. Ran into a defender. Whistle sounds. And a foul on Combs. Julia Combs picks up the foul, her first, team second. Keely Rogers back into the game. Also back in Macy Barnes. Ace Strickland and Madison Hodge get their first breathers. Inbound feed comes to Claire Wyatt just beyond the free throw line. 16-footer for Claire. Good. Claire's got 9 here in the opening frame, and Farragut leads 15-7. Hodge with the inbound. Getting it to Wyatt, who had an open look and buried it. Lady Admirals leading 15-7 as William Blount works the ball around the perimeter left to right. Kendall Tilley over on the right wing, guarded by Keely Rogers. Moves to the free throw line, loops it to Combs, left side. She'll shoot a 3 over everything. And Sheridan comes out of there with a basketball for Farragut. Gives to Wyatt. Claire in front court for the Lady Admirals. Pulls up, launches a 3. Good!
Claire Wyatt for 3.
Second 3 for Claire, and she's got 12 of Farragut's 18 as the Lady Admirals reestablish a double-digit lead, 18-7. Combs to Tilley, right side, drives baseline, and passed on the shot. Instead, gives in the corner to Myers for a 3. No good. Long rebound. McCall Willis ahead to Claire Wyatt. Wyatt pulls up in front court and missed the jumper. Barnes' putback was deflected. William Blount comes away with it. Combs ahead to Myers. Myers on the break, driving at Ashlyn Sheridan. Blocked. Sheridan with the block, and here comes Farragut back the other way. Sheridan leading the break, will be bumped from behind and fouled by Julia Combs. It'll be her second. First player on either team to pick up a second foul. Combs leaves, and Gracie Love will enter the lineup. Looks like they're also going to get Faith Cooper into the game, are the Lady Governors, replacing Kegley. Meanwhile, Ace Strickland in for Claire Wyatt. 18-7, Farragut leading with the basketball. Nice defensive play at the other end by Ashlyn Sheridan. Good transition defense. So Farragut inbounding, and what do we have here? Away from the ball, there's a push in the paint. Foul assessed against William Blount's Gracie Love. So Farragut inbounding, comes into Strickland from Rogers on the right wing. Strickland working off Barnes' screen. Top of the key, picks it up, shovels it off to Macy, right side, guarded by Tilley. Back to Strickland, down the left side of the lane she goes with the left hand, no good. Tipped by Willis, but over to McKenna Myers of William Blount. Myers spins into front court for the Lady Governors. Gives to Kendall Tilley. Tilley into the paint, back to Myers. Top of the key, 3, too strong. Rebound, McCall Willis of Farragut. Gives to Rogers. Rogers in front court. Bounce pass down low, good look. Ashlyn Sheridan open on the left block, lays it up and in. Beautiful assist by Rogers as Sheridan adds her name to the scoring column. Farragut leads 20-7. 20-7. Left side, Love, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded away by Keely Rogers. Rogers in front court for the Lady Admirals, pulls up, launches a 3, too strong. Ball knocked out of bounds in the battle for the rebound, and it'll be touched last by William Blount. Rogers inbounding from the baseline right. Out top it comes to Strickland, who's guarded there by McKenna Myers. Strickland working down the right side of the paint. Up and under move. Ball comes out of the cylinder, and Strickland and Myers then tie one another up. That one halfway down, but came out of the cylinder for ace. And so with 35 seconds to play in the opening quarter, William Blount with the basketball, trailing 20-7. Kallenberg into the lane, floater with the right hand, good. Farragut went for the steal out top, didn't get it, and then Kallenberg down the heart of the lane scores on a runner. She's got 6. 20-9 as Farragut looks to hold for a final shot. 15 seconds to play here in the first quarter at Bearden High School. Quarterfinal action, District 4 AAA tournament as Strickland picks up her dribble, gives to Rogers left side, down to 6 seconds. Keeley down the left side of the paint on a spin move. Good. Nicely done by Keeley as the Lady Admirals with a basket to sort of put an exclamation mark on a strong opening quarter as Farragut leads 22-9 over William Blount. This is when I would normally tell you you're listening to Farragut High School basketball presented by Pilot Food Marts on I-105, but we're not on I-105 tonight. Simply doing the video stream on the Booster Club's live stream page. BDC Productions providing the video. And we'll be back on the FM 105.3 airwaves tomorrow night as the Farragut boys will take on Hardin Valley here at Bearden at 6 o'clock. And let's see, if the girls can get the win here tonight, they'll be back in action on Friday at 6 o'clock. The boys potentially could play Friday at 7:30, but they'll have to get by Hardin Valley first tomorrow night. Hardin Valley and Farragut split their season series. But again, 6 o'clock tomorrow night, FM 105.3, WFIV, online, myi105.com, or right where you're watching us right now at the Booster Club's live stream page. That video, again, brought to you by Brandon Campbell. As Farragut opens the second quarter with the basketball, leading 22-9. Macy Barnes out top with a three-pointer, short. Good to have Macy back. She'd been out a few weeks, maybe even as much as a month. The boys have gotten Dylan Atwell back. Girls get Macy Barnes back. Hopefully that all adds up to much more complete teams here in the postseason. William Blount takes steps on the perimeter. That'll be turnover number 4. I don't have Farragut with a turnover yet. So the Lady Admirals have been able to force a couple of William Blount turnovers out of the press. Got one sort of unforced on that occasion. But again, Farragut doing a good job themselves taking care of the basketball. Barnes with the ball out top, looks to Claire Wyatt. Pass is knocked away by Cagley, picked up on the perimeter. There's Farragut's first turnover. As in front court, the Lady Governors with it. Kallenberg's going to shoot a long three, comes up short. Barnes gets the long rebound off the floor, gives to Strickland. Strickland bounce pass cross court in front court. Comes to Rogers for a three, no good. And William Blount's Cagley secures the basketball, gives to Tilly. Tilly in front court. Drives right at Wyatt and Hodge. And draws the foul. And it'll be on Claire. It'll be her second. So that's that bears watching. 6:43 to play in our first half, and Claire Wyatt picks up her second foul. She leads all scorers with 12. So Claire comes out of the game. McCall Willis checks in between free throws. Kendall Tilley having missed the first free throw. Second one, good. So she's been to the line on 2 occasions, and on both she's hit the second after missing the first. 22-10, Farragut with the lead. William Blount pressing. Farragut breaks the press, gets it ahead to Keeley Rogers. Rogers to Strickland. Strickland, right side of the paint, left side rather, was short on a scoop. Farragut missed on a follow, and then the teams tie one another up as they continue to battle for the loose ball, and William Blount's going to get it on the possession arrow. Myers against the Farragut press into Kegley. There's Rogers anticipating a cross-court pass, makes the steal. Trying to get it to Tilly, but Keely Rogers able to grab the steal. Now goes inside to Willis, who immediately gives it back on the perimeter to Rogers. 12-point lead, 22-10. 6 minutes to play first half as Madison Hodge shoots the three. No good, too strong. There's Ace Strickland with a putback, good, and an and one opportunity. Strickland, great job going and getting the offensive rebound. William Blount was kind of trying to root her out of there in sort of the opposite fashion from what you're accustomed. They were trying to push her under the basket. Farragut didn't get the foul call there. It actually worked to their advantage because Strickland was fouled again, this one called on the shot. And an and one opportunity, which she converts. Strickland goes to the line, hits the free throw, and Farragut leads 25-10. McKenna Myers driving left side. Strickland shuts that down. She circles back out on the perimeter, gives to Tilly out top, drives on Hodge, puts a shot up over both Hodge and Willis. Good. Kendall Tilly with her first field goal. And it's 25-12. Farragut leading by 13. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. So Claire Wyatt on the bench with 12 points, having picked up her second foul. Strickland has 6. Hodge has 3. Keely Rogers, Ashlyn Sheridan, 2 points apiece. Hodge over on the right side to Strickland. Strickland working against Myers. Tough shot right at the three-point line. No good. And out of bounds to William Blount. Ashlyn Sheridan in for Keely Rogers. William Blount has Maddie Kelly, Sarah Kegley, Jenna Kallenberg, Kendall Tilly, McKenna Myers. It's got everybody. Tilly, right side. They invite her to shoot the three. She does, and left it short. And that should be Farragut's basketball as Maddie Kelly was standing on the baseline as she grabbed it under the bucket. So Farragut's ball, and the Lady Admirals are going to use a 30-second timeout. With Wyatt out of the game, Farragut's offense hasn't been as crisp the last couple of times down. But the Lady Admirals leading by 13, 25-12 with 4:48 to play in the first half after leading 22-9 at the quarter break. William Blount, 5 turnovers here early on, or in the first half. Guess we're kind of past the early on stage. 4:48 to play, second quarter. But 5 turnovers thus far for William Blount, and Farragut with just 1. Teams returning to the floor. Ashlyn Sheridan, McCall Willis, Macy Barnes, Ace Strickland, Madison Hodge for Farragut. Hodge, left side. They invite her to shoot. Throws it to Strickland, but Myers was standing in the way. McKenna Myers with a steal. Good denial by Myers. Now Myers across the timeline, off the dribble, gives to Tilly. Tilly to Kegley. She'll shoot, top of the key, no good. Rebounded away by Barnes. Farragut back the other way as Macy pulls up, top of the key, lets fly with a three, bang. Macy Barnes, her first basket. Welcome back. Yeah, some discussion for a moment there whether that was a three or not. Clearly that was a three. 28-12, Farragut with the lead. 4 minutes to play. First half as Maddie Kelly gives to Kegley. Kegley in turn passes it on around to the right side to Tilly, whose three is no good, but Tilly grabs her own miss in the lane, gives to Myers left side. Now driving through the lane will go William Blount's Maddie Kelly, and on her way to the basket, fouled by Farragut's McCall Willis. Change that, 23, not 32, Macy Barnes with the foul. Her first and the team's 6th, so William Blount's in the bonus. The rest of the half, this is a 2-shot situation. Keely Rogers in for Madison Hodge between free throws. as Kelly at the free throw line hits the toss. She is the 4th Lady Governor to score. Second toss, no good. McCall Willis with the rebound. 28-13, Farragut leads. Barnes with the ball. Looking inside to McCall Willis. And Kegley is going to be called for the foul on Willis in the post. It's a first foul on Sarah Kegley, and the 6th foul on William Blount as a team. So Farragut will be in the bonus the rest of the half as well. Right now, inbounding from under its own basket, comes into McCall Willis. Quick shot put up by McCall. Good.
McCall Willis.
7 Lady Admirals now have scored as McCall Willis dents the scoreboard. Farragut leads 30-13. Kegley, right side, guarded by Keely Rogers. Moves into the paint, pulls up, right-handed floater, no good. Rogers the rebound. Farragut leading by 17 with the basketball as Rogers down the right side of the paint all the way to the windows, scores as she knocks it home off the glass. Keeley's got 4.
Keely Rogers.
And Farragut leading 32-13. Here's a shot that was, I believe, blocked by Strickland. Farragut comes away with it. Willis gives to Rogers, ahead to Barnes. Barnes with a right-handed shot in transition, no good. And then Farragut's Sheridan and William Blount's Kegley both come down with the basketball. Rogers checks out. Strickland inbounding. Farragut getting the ball on the alternate possession. Comes in out top to Madison Hodge. 2:50 to play in the first half. Farragut leading 32-13. Strickland takes a pass from Hodge, launches a 3 on the left wing. No good. Willis, though, in there, gets the rebound. And this time, Kallenberg ties up Willis, and William Blount gets the ball on the alternate possession. Tilly, left side to Maddie Kelly. Faith Cooper in the lineup for William Blount, takes it out top, gives to Tilly, and what do we have? Offensive foul here against William Blount.
That was on number 3, Kendall Tilly. That's her first 7th team foul.
Must have extended the arm or something. I didn't see like your typical charge contact. But whatever the case, it's the first foul on Tilly and the player control foul. No free throws for the Lady Admirals, but a turnover. Farragut gets the basketball with 2:17 to play. First half. William Blount going zone. Farragut bounces it in the middle of that zone to Macy Barnes. Reaching in, Tilly. And they say Tilly clipped Barnes on the arm. It'll be her second. Team foul number 8. So shooting 1 and 1 will be Macy Barnes. Tilly goes to the bench with the 2 fouls. Combs returns to the lineup for William Blount. Keely Rogers returning to the game for Farragut will spell Ashlyn Sheridan. So McCall Willis, Keely Rogers, Madison Hodge, Ace Strickland, and at the free throw line, Macy Barnes. 1 and 1 for Macy. Free throws miss. McCall Willis goes and gets the long rebound. They swing the ball around left side to Keely Rogers. Thought she might have a 3. William Blount recovers. Farragut goes down low to Willis. Back out on the perimeter. Rogers moves closer. Floater with the right hand. Good by Keely.
Keely Rogers.
Keely's got 6. Farragut leads 34-13. In rear court, nearly had the steal. Myers comes out of there with it, though, for William Blount. Quickly in front court to Maddie Kelly. Returns the ball to Myers as William Blount looks to set up its half-court offense with 1:40 remaining in the first half. Myers launches a 3. Missed it. Barnes tracks down the rebound. Farragut by 21 with the ball as Madison Hodge to Barnes out top. Macy spinning, right elbow. Mid-range jumper, no good. And William Blount was out of bounds in pursuit of the rebound. So a 21-point lead for Farragut with 1:25 to go until halftime. And the Lady Admirals inbounding from under their own basket. Comes into Strickland at the free throw line. Ace can't get a shot off. Gives to Madison. Right side 3, too strong. And Maddie Kelly with the board for William Blount. Gives it up to McKenna Myers. Myers in front court up the left side for the Lady Governors. Picked up man-to-man by Strickland. Gives to Julia Combs, who's guarded by McCall Willis. Now Cooper, guarded by Hodge, driving left side. Looked like she walked. No call. Bounces it to Myers, left wing. Shovels it back at the left elbow to Cooper, who's not looking to shoot. Out deeper to Combs. Rogers on her. Combs penetrates, gives in the corner. Three-pointer up and good by Maddie Kelly. First three of the ball game for William Blount. And that stops a substantial run for Farragut. 34-16, 35 seconds to play first half here at Bearden. Lady Admirals leading over the Lady Governors of William Blount in this district tournament quarterfinal. An elimination game. Strickland dribbling away the seconds out top as we go under 20 remaining in the half. Barnes screening top of the key, but Ace continues to dribble farther out. Now gives it up to Keeley with 10 seconds. Keeley moves to the free throw line, reverses the lane, comes wide open. Keeley with a little English spins it up and in off the window. Rogers with a beautiful drive, and here's Myers from midcourt, and they wave it off. They wave it off. She hit the shot from midcourt at the horn, but they say it came after. She released the shot after the horn sounded. So some fireworks at the end. Keeley Rogers with a beautiful move through the lane, deep under the basket, scooped it in with a little English off the window. And then Myers hustling back down court for William Blount, let fly from midcourt, but the officials say the shot was after the horn, and Farragut will lead at the break 36-16. 36-16, our halftime score. Farragut with the most comfortable lead it has enjoyed in previous matchups with William Blount. It was Farragut leading 28-20 in the first matchup at halftime, and in the second meeting 29-15. That's one to remember for sure, because William Blount came out and despite being down 14 at intermission, nearly doubled up in the first half. The Lady Governors made a game of it, came back and thoroughly dominated the third quarter to pull to within 5. Farragut was able to win by 9. But this one, a long way from done, but a good start for the Lady Admirals as they lead 36-16 at intermission. Nobody in any serious foul difficulties. They sat Claire Wyatt the final 6 minutes and 43 seconds of the half after she picked up her second foul. For William Blount, Kendall Tilley and Julia Combs both have a couple of fouls. So we'll keep an eye on those three in particular early in the second half. But again, nothing that constitutes serious foul trouble for anyone on either team. So Farragut was up 22-9 at the end of the first quarter. Jumped out to a 13-2 lead at the outset. Led 22-9 at the end of the first quarter. Outscores William Blount 14-7 in the second to lead 36-16. I had Farragut with 2 first half turnovers and William Blount with 5. At the free throw line, Madison Hodge, 1 of 1. She has 3 first half points. Claire Wyatt knocked down a pair of threes. She scored 12, leading scorer in the first half, and all of Claire's scoring actually came in the opening quarter. Again, she left at just a minute 17 seconds into the second quarter with her second foul. Ace Strickland has 1 3-pointer. Ace also 1 of 1 from the line. Macy Barnes 0 of 1 from the line. 1 3-pointer for Macy in her first game back after a few weeks out of the lineup with an ankle injury. McCall Willis with 2 points. Keeley Rogers with 8 first half points. And Ashlyn Sheridan with 2 points. So the Lady Admirals, 2 of 3 from the foul line in the first half, and 4 3-pointers. 2 of them from Claire, 1 from Ace, and 1 from Macy. As the Lady Admirals, again, put up 36 first half points. Looking at William Blount's first half scoring, Kendall Tilley, 2 of 4 from the line. She has 4 points. Jenna Kallenberg, 2 of 2 from the line, 6 points for Kallenberg. Maddie Kelly, 1 of 2 from the line, 1 3-pointer. William Blount's only 3-pointer, as she has 4 first half points. And Sarah Cagley, the only other Lady Governor to score in the first half, she has 2 points. So William Blount was 5 of 8 from the foul line, 63%. And again, just the 1 3-pointer. That courtesy of Maddie Kelly. William Blount with 4 players in the scoring column. Farragut with 7 as the Lady Admirals lead it here at intermission, 36-16. Go ahead and take a look at what else has transpired here in the district tournament. It began Monday. Girls got things started. First game was Hardin Valley as the number 5 seed taking on 8th seeded West. Hardin Valley won that one 57-38. Moving on to today's quarterfinal. We'll get you the score on that one in just a moment. The other opening round matchup saw these Lady Governors of William Blount defeat Lenoir City 55-37. Then the boys took center stage yesterday, as it was Farragut winning 80-35 over Lenoir City. Admirals, the number 5 seed, moving on to play Hardin Valley, the number 4 seed, tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Also yesterday in boys action here in the district tournament, it was William Blount getting some 3-pointers down the home stretch to give themselves a little breathing room in the final minutes. Otherwise, it was a nip-and-tuck affair throughout as William Blount survives and advances, defeating Heritage yesterday 51-43. So tomorrow night's boys matchups in the quarterfinals, elimination games, we'll see Farragut take on Hardin Valley. Those teams split their regular season meetings. Hardin Valley's the 4 seed, Farragut's the 5 seed. Admirals were 6-8 in the district in the regular season. Hardin Valley was 7-7. Number 3 seed West, who went 8-6 in district play, is taking on William Blount. The Governors are the 6th seed, and they were 6-8 in the district. Again, they surged late yesterday to survive and advance against Heritage, 51-43. So the winners here let's see, and then earlier tonight, as again the girls are in action this evening, Heritage with a big win, resounding win over Hardin Valley, 80-41. The Lady Mountaineers, the number 4 seed, win going away over the Lady Hawks, who were the number 5 seed. Again, Hardin Valley and William Blount actually tied for 5th, and they had to go to the number that was drawn at the beginning of the season to determine who would get the number 5 seed, who would fall to number 6. Hardin Valley owned that number, so William Blount's the 6th seed taking on Farragut, as the 5 seed Hardin Valley lost to Heritage earlier, 80-41. So Heritage plays Bearden in the first semifinal to be set. Semifinal day is Friday. All the action, it'll be all afternoon and evening action here at Bearden High School. It begins at 4:30. So Heritage will take on Bearden in the first girls game. The second girls game will feature Maryville against the winner of this Farragut-William Blount contest. That's anticipated to be about a 6 o'clock tip-off. Then the final 2 games of the night are the boys' semifinals. At 7:30, Maryville awaits the winner of Farragut and Hardin Valley tomorrow night. And the final semifinal on Friday, it's the Bearden Bulldogs awaiting tomorrow night's winner between West and William Blount. Girls then will play their championship and consolation games on Monday, and the boys will play their consolation and championship games on Tuesday. So still a lot of action to come here at Bearden High School and the District 4 AAA tournament. Of course, the region tournament follows. The top 4 seeds move on to the region. Last night, with Farragut's 80-35 victory over Lenoir City, Admirals jumped out to a 16-5 lead at the end of the first quarter, led 35-12 at halftime, built the lead to 32 heading to the fourth at 59-27. and Farragut wins by 45, 80-35. Didn't know really which way that game would go. The first matchup of the year, Farragut won at Lenoir City by 50, but then when they squared off again at Farragut late in January, the Panthers were very competitive, and the Admirals had to hang on for a 5-point victory. But reverted back to the ways of the first matchup, a win in blowout fashion for the Admirals last night, 80-35. Good to have Dylan Atwell back. Just his second game back after some limited minutes against Bearden on Friday night. And Atwell, the sophomore, scored 11 points. Farragut's leading scorer, let's see, it was a balanced effort, so Atwell may have been the leading scorer. Caleb Van Acker was in double figures with 10. Robbie Guerin had 9. Saish Maluri off the bench late had 8. Actually, I'm overlooking Isaiah Smith. He led Farragut with 15 points. So, and by the way, Robbie Guerin and Isaiah Smith were both recognized as all-district selections for the Farragut girls. Claire Wyatt and A. Strickland named to the all-district team. And certainly worth mentioning again that Friday night, Claire scored her 1,000th career point. I know she would have liked for it to have come, obviously, in a win against arch rival Bearden, but tremendous accomplishment just the same, and she's had an outstanding season. She's Farragut's leading scorer here in the first half this evening with 12, despite foul difficulties that sent her to the bench with 6:43 to go in the second quarter. So Claire's got 12, Keely Rogers with 8, Ace Strickland has 6. It's Madison Hodge with 3, Macy Barnes with 3, McCall Willis 2, Ashlyn Sheridan 2. That's a rundown of Farragut scoring. William Blount just now emerging from the locker room as Callenberg's William Blount's leading scorer with 6, Kendall Tilley, Maddie Kelly 4 points apiece, and Sarah Cagley with 2. Let's see. But great defensive job by the Lady Admirals in the first half as Farragut looks to go inside to a posting Claire Wyatt, and the ball will go out of bounds. Defending Cagley, and Claire just couldn't quite get free of her and get to that pass thrown a little bit wide of the mark. Farragut with a turnover on the first possession of the second half. Tilley into the paint for William Blount, feeds Cagley left side. Cagley to Maddie Kelly. Gives to McKenna Myers. Myers works back to the left side. Now comes back right. Top of the key. Picks up her dribble. Gives to Kelly right side. Looking inside. Farragut slides in front and steals it. Claire Wyatt with the steal. She was shoved at midcourt. No foul call. Lady Admirals' second possession of the second half as both teams turn it over on their initial possessions. Here's Macy Barnes out top, guarded by Jenna Callenberg. Gives to Madison Hodge on the right side. They're fronting Claire in the post with Cagley. So Madison drifts out high, left side, looks over at Coach Mayfield, bounces to Keely Rogers. Keely to Claire. Claire in turn to Madison. Madison to Keely on the right wing. Here comes Barnes through the lane. Ball's knocked away and stolen. Maddie Kelly from behind knocked away that pass intended for Barnes. William Blount back the other way as Tilley penetrates, gives to Myers in the right corner for a 3. Good. McKenna Myers with William Blount's second 3 of the ball game, and the Lady Governors on the board first here in the second half. Farragut breaks the press. Pass comes from Rogers to Strickland, now over to Hodge. Hodge gives to Barnes in the right corner for a 3. No good. Tilley the rebound. Tilley in front court, into the lane. Hodge tied her up, and then, well, I say they're not tied up. Got her hand on top of the ball, and then it ricocheted off the leg of Tilley out of bounds. Nice defensive play by Madison. Keely in front court against the press. Comes left side with a pass to Madison Hodge. Gives in the corner to Strickland. Three-pointer, no. But Hodge tracks it down out front. Gives to Rogers. Bounce pass in the post. Goes to Claire. Claire, quick shot with the right hand. Good.
Claire Wyatt.
14 for Claire. Coach Wright upset The official came to the scorer's table. I'm not exactly sure if there was a warning of some sort given or what, but here is Tilly driving the right baseline for William Blount. Gives to Kelly in the left corner for a three that is no good. Keely Rogers, the weak side rebound. Rogers in front court, William Blount. They're back to her, so she's just going to take it to the basket. William Blount was still retreating, and Rogers just explodes to the basket and scores. Farragut leads 40-19. Keeley now in double figures. She has 10. Claire White in double figures, the leading scorer with 14. Three-pointer, Maddie Kelly, offline. Strickland takes it down low. Brings it back the other way for Farragut. Strickland into the paint, got around the defender, McKenna Myers, but cannot score at the rim. Myers rebounds it away. William Blount back the other way. Myers sets up a three, and no good. Ricocheted off the rim a couple of times. Here's Kelly with a putback. Good. Maddie Kelly with the putback, and William Blount trims it to 40-21 with 4:43 to play in the third quarter. And Coach Todd Wright uses a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout.
So McKenna Myers with a three and Maddie Kelly with the offensive rebound and stick back, accounting for William Blount's scoring here in the first 3 minutes, 17 seconds of the second half. And Farragut has gotten a basket inside from Claire Wyatt and on a drive by Keely Rogers. 40-21. 4:40 to play third quarter. Team's back on the floor. Farragut breaks the press as Claire Wyatt dribbling against two defenders into front court. Going to be fouled, they say, by Jenna Kallenberg. It'll be her first and the first foul of the second half. Hodge, left alone, shoots a three out top, no good. Claire Wyatt tips it out, but tips it to Tilly. Tilly in front court for William Blount, gives to Kelly. Maddie Kelly picked up by Ashlyn Sheridan into the lineup for Farragut here. Farragut's got McCall Willis, Ashlyn Sheridan, Madison Hodge, Ace Strickland, and Claire Wyatt. And Myers took steps in the corner. 7th turnover for William Blount. Hodge drifts left. They invite her to shoot. She will. Three-pointer, no good. Tilly rebounds it away. Tilly in front court for William Blount. Gives to Kelly, right side. Returns it to Tilly out top. Again to Kelly in the corner. Off some penetration by Tilly. No good. Rebound taken off the floor by Sheridan of Farragut. Ahead to Claire Wyatt. Wyatt pulls up right side. Shoots over Kallenberg. No good. Ball's tipped. Comes right to Ashlyn Sheridan, who lays it up and lays it in. Ashlyn with her second basket of the ball game. I think McCall Willis kept that alive. Batted it over to her teammate. 42-21. Farragut doubling up William Blount with 3:20 to play in the third quarter. Here's Tilly, right side. Three, short. Willis grabs it. Hodge in front court. Right side to Strickland. Strickland into the paint. Runner. No good. And Willis bumps into Kelly on the rebound attempt and draws the foul. First foul against Farragut here in the second half. And they say the second on McCall tonight. Keely Rogers, Ace Strickland, Ashlyn Sheridan, McCall Willis, Claire Wyatt on the floor. Kallenberg out top. Willis takes her on a switch. Kallenberg long three. No. And
That was on number 32, McCall Willis, her third.
they call Willis for a foul. Her third on the three-point attempt by Kallenberg. I'm not sure if that's one where maybe Kallenberg threw out her leg and got a call. Kallenberg misses the first. Two more coming for the William Blount senior. Missed the second. .249 to play third quarter. Kallenberg with a third free throw. Good. She hits 1 of 3. For the time being, Willis stays in the game with those 3 fouls. 42-22, Farragut with the lead and the basketball. 2:40 to play third quarter. Willis asking for the ball at the free throw line. Rogers continues to dribble out top, guarded by Tilley. Now they go inside to Willis. And hitting the deck from behind, Cagley will be called for the foul for William Blount.
Fouls on number 20, Sarah Cagley, her second.
Farragut looking to post Willis as well as Claire Wyatt here in the third quarter. Lady Admirals inbounding off the baseline. Rogers gets it back from Claire Wyatt into the lane, loops it over to Sheridan left side. Sheridan cuts right, gives to Strickland. Strickland and Rogers exchange the ball back and forth. 2:15 to play in the third. Strickland down the right side of the paint with the right hand, left it short. McCall Willis with the rebound. Her follow in the paint. Offline, Strickland's going to be over the back.
Fouls on number 13, Avery Strickland. That's her second.
Farragut's doing a good job continuing to crash the glass. Get second shot opportunities. Lady Admirals were up 20 at halftime and continue to lead by 20. 1:50 to play in the third quarter. Kallenberg working against Sheridan, and there's a double team knocked away by Claire Wyatt, but saved out top by William Blount. As coming up with the loose basketball was Sarah Cagley. Strickland trying to deny a handoff to McKenna Myers. Myers will shoot a 3 and hits it from out top. Myers with a pair of 3s here in the third quarter. And it's 42-25. Farragut by 17. William Blount pressing. Sheridan gives to Rogers. Rogers up the left side in front court. Bounces it off to Claire Wyatt. Claire back to Keeley. Keeley on the baseline. Floater with the right hand. No, but she got her own miss. And whistle and a foul on Kallenberg. Her second. Team third. Macy Barnes back into the game, replaces Ace Strickland. Keeley Rogers inbounding from under her own basket. Nobody coming open. Loops it out top. Farragut will have Barnes throw it back to Claire Wyatt. .55 seconds to play in the third. Farragut spreads the floor. Barnes working against Myers. Bounce pass, stolen. Tilley anticipated it, jumped the pass, missed the layup though at the other end, and then Rogers grabs the miss and was fouled by Tilley. Foul on Tilley's her third. I believe she's the first Lady Governor to pick up a third foul. McCall Willis for Farragut with 3 fouls. 42-25, Farragut gets the ball back after a turnover that William Blount cannot convert at the other end. Barnes takes a handoff from Rogers, hands it right back to Keeley. And now Tilley's going to pick up her 4th. Inbound to Willis, intended for Willis. And they call Willis for a foul. So offensive foul. McCall's 4th. Strickland into the ball game for Willis. 25 seconds to play. Third quarter, William Blount gets the ball back after the player control foul. Willis goes to the bench for those 4. Strickland enters the lineup, joining Rogers, Sheridan, Wyatt, and Barnes. Down to 13 seconds. Cagley with the ball back to the basket, top of the key. Hands it off to Kelly, driving right. Gives to Tilley. Tilley moves in off the right wing. Back out top to Cagley. Took steps. Cagley travels. 8th turnover for William Blount. 4.1 seconds remaining in the third. Strickland gives in to Rogers. Keeley, step back three, top of the key, going to be short. So a low-scoring third quarter, but Farragut's still leading comfortably, heading to the fourth. They had 3 points shaved off their halftime lead, which was 20. They lead now 42-25. Only baskets of the third quarter, Ashlyn Sheridan, as Farragut hit the offensive glass, Sheridan scored on a putback. Rogers scored in transition, and Claire Wyatt got a basket as Farragut purposefully went inside out of a half-court set. For William Blount in that third quarter, McKenna Myers with a pair of threes. Jenna Kallenberg hit 1 of 3 free throws, and Maddie Kelly with a basket. So again, low-scoring quarters. Farragut put up 22 in the opening quarter, 14 in the second, just 6 in the third. William Blount, 9 in the first, 7 in the second, 9 in the third. It all adds up to a 42-25 Farragut lead as we head to the fourth. William Blount, first possession, fourth quarter. Three, left corner for William Blount. That was McKenna Myers, no good. Rebounded away by Strickland on the break to Claire Wyatt. Counted, and she's fouled. Boy, good look by Strickland and Claire. Nice job, as it looked like she was going to receive that pass and maybe her momentum take her too deep under the basket to have a shot, but she got it up quickly. She was fouled, goes to the line, completes the three-point play. Claire now with 17 points, and Farragut reestablishes a 20-point lead. Madison Hodge into the ballgame for Ashlyn Sheridan. Kelly in the right corner for William Blount. Thought about a three, instead dribbles it out to the right hash. Guarded by Strickland. Farragut's got players on the deck. William Blount with the numbers down low. Tilley came open, lays it up and in, and was fouled. So a chance at a three-point play.
Now the basket by number 3, Kendall Tilley at the line to shoot one more for the Lady Ducks. Fouls on number 4, Claire Wyatt.
Wyatt is given her third foul. And Tilley for William Blount at the free throw line, short on the free throw toss. So the Lady Admirals lead 45-27. Strickland across the timeline with a pass to Madison Hodge. Madison comes left, and I think Tilley just fouled out of the ball game. That was not a good foul with 4 fouls. So Tilley, William Blount Sr., goes to the bench, and that's team foul number 7 for William Blount. But that foul almost looked like Tilley wanted out of the game. If she was cognizant of the fact that she had 4 fouls, that was not a good foul. Madison Hodge, 1 and 1. Free throw, good for the Lady Admiral Sr. Hodge, second toss, a little too strong this time. Rebounded away by Maddie Kelly. So Julia Combs has entered the lineup for William Blount with Tilley having fouled out. Here's Myers with a three, good from out top. McKenna Myers, her third three of the ball game. And Coach Mayfield's going to use a full timeout. 6:56 to play, and Farragut leading 46-30. Hodge hit 1 of 2 free throws on the bonus situation a moment ago. Claire Wyatt with a 3-point play as Farragut scored in transition. That's Farragut scoring here in the first minute, 4 seconds of the fourth, while McKenna Myers knocked down a three just prior to the Farragut timeout, and Kendall Tilley with a bucket right underneath, as Farragut had a couple of players get tangled up, hit the hardwood. William Blount scored underneath, drew the foul, but could not convert at the free throw line on a three-point play opportunity. So 46-30, our score. Again, we're back on the I-105 airwaves tomorrow night. Well, the only night we have programming conflicts typically Wednesday nights. Wednesdays are difficult. We've got the live Behind the Barn broadcast from the Blue Tick Tavern at Blue Tick Tavern was formerly Barley's in downtown Maryville. And so that presents some problems on Wednesday nights. But we'll be back on the I-105 airwaves tomorrow night as Farragut plays at 6. Good look by Claire Wyatt down low to Strickland. Strickland wide open under the basket, lays it up and in. Now here's Claire with a block shot at the other end, and Keely Rogers comes away with the loose basketball. Farragut in front court. Strickland, left corner, three-pointer, in and out. Barnes, weak side rebound attempt, fouled on that rebound attempt. Macy picks up her second. No, they say it's her first. William Blount's in the bonus the rest of the game. Farragut's already there. Combs out top for William Blount with the basketball. Bounces it off to Kelly. Right side, guarded by Strickland. Hands to Myers. Hodge trying to stay on Myers. Myers step back, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded away by Barnes. Ahead to Strickland. Strickland in front court with 6 minutes to play, and Farragut leading by 18. Kallenberg deflects a pass into the Farragut bench. Farragut with the ball, side front court. Keely Rogers, Madison Hodge, Claire Wyatt, Macy Barnes, Ace Strickland on the floor for Coach Mayfield. Pass goes top of the key to Claire Wyatt. Climbing her back, trying to knock that pass away was Julia Combs. It'll be her third, and that will send Claire Wyatt to the free throw line for 1 and 1. Claire with a game high 17 points. Toss, no good. Rare miss at the free throw line for Claire. Kallenberg rebounds it away. McKenna Myers in front court for the Lady Governors. Picked up by her counterpart, number 2, Madison Hodge. Combs out top with it, head fakes a three, drives right side, picks up her dribble, had a shot at the basket, wasn't looking to shoot, instead gives to Cagley, left side three, no good. Claire Wyatt, the rebound, gives to Madison Hodge. Hodge across the timeline. Strickland was wide open under the basket. Instead, right side Keeley, skip pass, left side Barnes, shot up from 17, off the back of the rim. Claire picks up a foul. As players going for the loose basketball just collided, and I don't know. That would have been a good point for a no call, but as it is, we'll walk to the other end, and William Blount will shoot 1 and 1. Claire will check out of the game with 5:14 to play. Farragut leading 48-30. Ashlyn Sheridan in her place. As Maddie Kelly, 1 of 2 from the line tonight, shoots 1 and 1. Free throw, rims out. Ashlyn Sheridan the rebound. Gives to Madison Hodge, and Hodge across the timeline. Left side pass to Sheridan. Keeley shoots from 17, no good. Down low, Strickland came up with it, scores on the putback. Strickland has 10. Farragut scores on a second shot opportunity. Now Hodge knocks the ball away from Myers on the perimeter. Myers grabs it back, gives to Combs. Combs drives the lane, leaves it with Cagley on the right baseline. Her jumper, no good. Rogers the rebound. Farragut leads by 20, 4.5 to play. Sheridan over to Madison. Now Sheridan comes out near the timeline, takes the pass from Hodge. Guarded by Kallenberg, gives to Strickland. Strickland working against Maddie Kelly. Moves over on the left wing, lets fly with a three, and hits it. Ace Strickland with 13 points now. That's her second three of the night. And the Lady Admirals, midway through this fourth quarter, leading 53-30. Driving the lane goes Combs. Rogers, defending on the play, commits a foul. Rogers with the foul, her second. And Julia Combs for William Blount goes to the line to shoot a pair. First of which is too strong, no good. McCall Willis returns to the game with 4 fouls, replacing Keely Rogers. Second toss is good by Combs. So she hits 1 of 2. It's her first point of the night. 53-31. Farragut by 22. Lady Admirals in front court with the basketball. Sheridan on the left corner, driving, baseline, got it to go. Lady Admirals broke the press, and then Sheridan drove the left baseline and scores. She's got 6. Farragut leads by 24. Kallenberg, three-pointer, out top, offline. Sheridan, good box out, and bumped and fouled. Well, maybe no foul call. I'm not exactly sure what just happened there. If there wasn't a foul, then it looked like Sheridan was out of bounds. It looked like she was thrown out of bounds, so a foul would have been understandable, but no foul call. Here's Barnes, shot left side of the lane, no good. Tipped out by Willis to Hodge. Hodge to Strickland. Strickland out top with a 3, good. Strickland, back-to-back threes. She's got 16. Shot missed at the other end. Farragut in complete control, 58-31 with 2:45 to play. Barnes with a three-pointer left side. Too strong, rebounded away by Maddie Kelly. William Blount in front court with it, and the Lady Governor's going to throw it away. Miscommunication. Ball goes into rear court for a backcourt violation. And Kallenberg checks out. Maddie Kelly checks out. Sarah Cagley checks out. Cagley, a senior. Kallenberg, a senior, playing their final games for William Blount. Been key contributors for the Lady Governors throughout their careers. Same could be said of Tilly, who fouled out earlier. Farragut's got Lauren White in the game. Protective face shield for Lauren. Inbound feed from Ashlyn Sheridan comes to Macy Barnes. Barnes into the paint, tried to drop it down low to Lauren White, and high off the mark, thrown out of bounds. So Lauren White and Gabby Duncan into the lineup. McCall Willis back out there. Ashlyn Sheridan, Macy Barnes on the floor. Here's McKenna Myers out top, three-pointer. Farragut slow to recognize where Myers was, and she had a wide open look from the top of the key, buried it. That's her 4th three-pointer of the second half. 12 points for Myers. She is William Blount's leading scorer this evening. So Coach Wright of William Blount using a full timeout. 2:04 to play, and Farragut leading 58-34. Lady Admirals led 13-2 early, up 22-9 after 1, 36-16 at halftime. Farragut's advantage. A low-scoring third quarter. William Blount outscoring Farragut 9-6 in the third, so it was 42-25. Farragut leading heading to the fourth, and Farragut with a 16-9 fourth quarter advantage with 2:04 to play. Lady Admirals leading at 58-34. Strickland with 16 points is the leading, well actually Claire Wyatt with 17 points is the leading scorer, followed by Strickland with 16. Keely Rogers has 10 for William Blount. McKenna Myers has 12. Jenna Kallenberg with 7. Farragut with the ball coming out of the timeout. And it comes to McCall Willis, gives back to Ashlyn Sheridan. Sheridan to Macy Barnes. Barnes guarded by McKenna Myers. Across the timeline. And I guess they say Barnes stepped on the sideline across the way. Turnover for Farragut. William Blount with the basketball. Faith Cooper over to Julia Combs. Sizes up a three. Lets fly. No good. Well offline. Barnes takes it off the backboard. Barnes in front court. Gives to Gabby Duncan on the right wing. Out top to Ashlyn Sheridan. Sheridan guarded by William Blount's Gracie Love. Inside to McCall Willis. Two Lady Governors there, so she kicks out. Left side, Gabby Duncan. Three-pointer. Good. The junior, Gabby Duncan, knocks down a three on her first shot attempt of the night. Farragut leads 61-34. Love into the paint for William Blount. Gives to Cooper on the right wing. Into the corner for a three-pointer that is going to be no good by Taylor Stout. Sophomore into the game for the first time after that last timeout. McCall Willis will check out. Into the ball game for Farragut, Elisa Hernandez, sophomore, number 10. McKenna Myers inbounding for William Blount. And Ashlyn Sheridan deflects it right back out of bounds. 1:04 to play. William Blount. Gracie Love, guarded by Elisa Hernandez. Here comes the cutter through the lane. Faith Cooper gives back out for a three-point attempt by Love that is no good. Duncan with the rebound. Gives to Barnes, ahead to Sheridan. Sheridan up the right side into front court. Tried to get it down low to Hernandez. It's thrown away. William Blount back the other way. McKenna Myers driving baseline. Shut down by Sheridan. Here's a bounce pass inside. Stout miss from in close. Ball on the floor. And Macy limping to the sideline. That's not good. Keely Rogers back into the game. Myers out top for William Blount. A three-point attempt that is no good. And William Blount, great hustle, good save by the Lady Governors. And now another shot put up by Myers, left side of the paint, no good. Farragut comes away with it. Rogers in front court. We go under 10 seconds to play. 61-34. Farragut dribbling the final seconds away as William Blount sees its season come to an end at 18-13, and the Lady Admirals move on, survive and advance. 21-8 they are now on the season as they get the win here tonight in the quarterfinal round, and they will move on to the semifinals on Friday for a 6 o'clock matchup. What happened to my bracket? For a 6 o'clock matchup with Maryville. So the Lady Admirals, Heritage winning earlier, 80-41 over Hardin Valley. They move on to face Bearden on Friday at 4:30 in the first girls semifinal. The second girls semifinal, Maryville awaiting the winner, which of course is Farragut here tonight, again by a final of 61-34. Farragut boys hope to be a part of that semifinal action as well on Friday. To get there, they'll need to win tomorrow night against Hardin Valley. That's a 6 o'clock tip-off here at Bearden, and we'll have the broadcast for you on FM 105.3 WFIV, online at myi105.com, as well as here at the Booster Club's live stream page, where our call accompanies BDC Productions video stream. Again, programming conflict tonight, so we couldn't do the broadcast on I-105, but glad to have the opportunity this year to do the games on the video stream. And a good win for the Lady Admirals. Again, both of these games previously this season against William Blount had been single-digit differences. Farragut winning by 8 and by 9. And even with a comfortable lead at halftime, there was still unfinished business. And the third quarter was not a thing of beauty offensively for the Lady Admirals. But still, they led by 17 going to the fourth, and they outscore William Blount in that fourth quarter 19-9 for the final score of 61-34. 38-34. 22-9, the score at the end of the first quarter. Farragut having opened up a 13-point cushion. Lady Admirals led at halftime 36-16, 42-25 at the end of the third, and again 61-34 is the final. I had Farragut with 8 turnovers tonight, William Blount with 9. Farragut had only 2 by my count in the first half. And half of their turnover total came in the third quarter. Yeah, whatever he wants to do, Coach. It's his team. So let's see. We're going to be joined here in just a moment by Coach Jason Mayfield. Madison Hodge tonight, 4 points. She was 2 of 3 from the foul line. Claire Wyatt had 17. She finished 1 of 2 from the line. Gabby Duncan with a 3-pointer late, her lone basket. Ace Strickland, 1 of 1 from the line. She finished with, 3 3-pointers tonight. Strickland, again, 16 points. Macy Barnes with 3 points on a 3-pointer. 0 of 1 from the foul line was Barnes. McCall Willis had 2 points. Keely Rogers had 10. Ashlyn Sheridan with 6. So by my count, 7 3-pointers tonight for Farragut. And not a whole lot of free throw shots. So without the commercial breaks that FM radio provides you, somewhat able to compile the stats here as we go. And I had Farragut 4 of 7 from the line, 57%, 7 3-pointers for the Lady Admirals. Again, leading scorer, Claire Wyatt with 17, Ace Strickland with 16, Keely Rogers with 10. McKenna Myers, 4 3-pointers, 12 points tonight for the William Blount sophomore. Kendall Tilley fouled out with 6 points. She was 2 of 5 from the foul line. Jenna Kallenberg was 3 of 5 from the foul line. And let's see, Maddie Kelly, 1 of 3 from the foul line. She had a 3-pointer in the first half, 1 of 2 here from the line for Julia Combs late. And so I think William Blount finishes with 5 3-pointers, 4 of those from McKenna Myers, 1 from Maddie Kelly. At the free throw line, we're looking at here 15 attempts, and looks like 7 makes tonight for the Lady Governors. So 7 of 15 from the foul line. Farragut was 4 of 7 from the line. 7 3-pointers for Farragut, 5 3-pointers for William Blount. And Lady Admirals with the victory, 61-34. Pleased to be joined now by Coach Jason Mayfield. And Coach, as saying, these 2 games, there had been times in both of the regular season matchups where William Blount, where you seemed to have the game sort of in hand but never did really put it away.
Right.
And tonight, maybe a little bit lethargic offensively in the third quarter, but still the defense was there and the rebounding was there, and it never really got away from
the problems started when I tried to hold the ball a little bit just to get some clock. That's a tough one because William Blount's good and they've got some firepower with their ability to shoot the ball. And we didn't want McKenna and Kallenberg to get hot. And so, we're trying to waste a little clock. And, I would love to think that we could do it this time of year, but that's not necessarily our personality. I mean, we would like to be aggressive. In their late third quarter, that's when it got a little bit I don't know if they were confused about what we were trying to do or whatever, but we obviously wasn't real happy with some of the stuff that was going on. And just too many outside shots. And so there's some games where you against the zone or whatever that we feel like we can take those, but maybe mid first quarter to late first quarter, and then really a lot of the second half we just settled. We felt like we could get to the rim and really take advantage of them inside, and we weren't really doing that. So obviously we've communicated that poorly or something, because we're taking a lot of 17 to 24 footers that we don't need. We can take those anytime.
Good to have Macy Barnes back.
It was.
Unfortunately, kind of hobbled off there at the end. So
probably wore her out a little bit. Trying to get her some good minutes. I was
Right.
just trying to get her something positive, to go, because she was obviously limited. You could tell she was probably about 75%. Hope it didn't do any more damage. I think she's just not really ready to trust it. Trying to come back right now is tough because it's postseason, obviously, and every possession matters. But I thought she did a really good job. I mean, Kallenberg, I think she had 3?
Well, she finished with 7.
Okay, right. When
She had 2 field goals.
Yeah, right.
Two field goals.
Yeah, so I mean, and Macy's on there the majority of the time, and it's tough too when we're pressing like that early, and then trying to find her in a press and a scramble press. And Macy did a fantastic job with that. And that's what I told her to do. I said, you need to show me that you can play defense. You need not because she can't, but just because she's been out and being limited. And like I said, I probably left her out there a little bit too long. Just trying to get some good minutes for her on the offensive end, trying to get the ball in her hands a little bit more, playing point there, just because she just needs that for some reps. But she did a fantastic job on Kallenberg, and Jenna's had a great career. And it's I hate it when you watch players. I mean, obviously I don't want it to be our girls to be done, but when you watch players that have played for basically all 4 years, had a fantastic career, and Jenna did that for them.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, always kind of tugs at the heartstrings a little bit when you know it's the last time they get to play, and it means so much to them, and they played in so many games. Got some of those girls that, like you say, have been 4-year contributors, key contributors for that team, and that's the case with every team. You look ahead, you've got Maryville coming up. Thoughts on that matchup on Friday?
I mean, obviously, we let one slip away over at their place. That was a ugly offensive game, 42-39. And then obviously we didn't have a good first quarter, from 27-5. But as we talked after that game, I felt like we have multiple chances there, especially mid-third quarter. We were down 7, 5 straight possessions, had 4 turnovers and an offensive foul, and really could have put more pressure on them to try to finish that game. And they did a good job. They finished that game, and they had 89 points at the end. So, but we feel like both teams are very, very similar. We got to do a better job on Danae, a better job on Midkiff. She was 7 for 9 from 3 in that last game that we played them. So we got to do a better job on them. And I mean, you name the stats. Danae had them. It was like 29 points, 17 rebounds, this and this and this and this, and we let her do kind of whatever we wanted. So we'll with Macy being back, hopefully she'll be okay, and we'll see what she can do against Danae, and then we'll go from there. We'll be prepared tomorrow, or be prepared on Friday.
As we said at the time, I mean, to be down against a team of Maryville's caliber by that much, and to get back to, I think the closest you got was 6.
Right.
There's just not many teams. I mean, that tells you what your team's capable of, that can battle back, that wouldn't have been, first of all, just sort of snowballed, I guess, by the whole situation early on, but then also, too, to have just the wherewithal to get back in it. I thought, there were some positives to take from that, just like you say, it struggled maybe to get some key stops when you had 4 or 5 possessions where it was a 7.
I mean, it'll be a heavyweight matchup. I mean, I feel like we're 2 of the better teams in the state, and we're having to play each other in a district semifinal, which is fine. We'll take the competition. We love that competition. But we'll, we win it. We'll tell our girls we win it, and obviously you get a chance at the championship and you get another home game. So there's a lot at stake, and we want to perform better than what we did, especially that last game.
So the Lady Admirals win tonight, 61-34. Another player, I think, that, we could talk about her every week, but you mentioned that Claire was a member of the 1,000-point club coming off that Bearden game. There she was for you again, right there, probably close to her average, 17 points tonight.
I should have taken her out earlier. I don't think she can get 15 a game. But, no, and 17 with a lot of foul trouble. I mean, she didn't play the last 6:43 of the first half. Right, and then didn't play a little bit of the fourth quarter there. We just felt like the game was a little bit in hand and didn't want to risk anything. I can't say anything more about Claire and Ace, and they're doing a great job just scoring the basketball in a lot of different ways. I mean, Ace really didn't even have her best game. I don't know what she finished with points-wise, but a lot of those little drives she makes a lot of the time, and it just wasn't falling. But then she made, I would like to say the game was in hand, but it was like 16 or whatever, and then Ace makes back-to-back threes.
Right.
And just I love the way those two can kind of carry us at different times, and it's hard to stop them both. I mean, it's hard to stop either one of them, really. Lately, they've been doing a really good job. So
Strickland had 16, Claire had 17 to lead the Lady Admirals tonight, and I thought Claire, too, really on the defensive end made a handful of really nice plays, too.
Right. Yeah, Keeley on the offensive end in the second quarter, I think, was the difference. She, once we stopped settling for jump shots,
she
was handling the ball and attacking the basket and finishing in there. And McCall Willis, I thought it was Ashlyn Sheridan's best game she's played all year long. She was tough, she was physical, she was in the right place defensively. Had a jump ball down there on an offensive rebound that I told her she would not have gotten that in the early part of the season. And because William Blount's nice and physical,
Right.
but she went in there and grabbed that ball and held on to that ball as best she could, as two people grabbed it at the same time.
Right.
She didn't let it rip it from her. So I felt those three players really stepped up for us, and we need that. That's what we didn't have against Bearden. It was just Ace and Claire basically, and we needed those tough plays from those three players, and they did a good job of that.
No doubt. That's
and
good.
Madison obviously did a good job of leading the team.
Sure. Yeah. Everybody, nice job tonight for the Lady Admirals as they win against a quality William Blount team, 61-34. Again, single-digit differences in the two regular season matchups, but tonight the Lady Admirals had it well in hand at halftime and really didn't let William Blount get much closer than, I guess, 16 was as close as they got in the second half, and they win by whatever my poor math skills are. I think that's 27. So 61-34, the final. Coach, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you Friday night.
Appreciate it.
And
you get to come out 3 more times, right?
Yeah, we'll just keep coming, man.
And, you keep going with the boys, too. So hopefully the boys will win that tomorrow and
absolutely
they'll keep advancing, too.
Absolutely. We hope to have back-to-back Farragut games Friday night in the semifinals. The girls, we know, will play at 6 o'clock against Maryville. Hope the Farragut boys will be in that next matchup at 7:30. Thanks, Coach.
Gotcha. Thanks, Eric.
It's Coach Jason Mayfield. As his Lady Admirals improves to 21-8 on the season, they win at 61-34. So I think we've run down all the final numbers, and again, it's Farragut, the girls, returning to action Friday at 6. The early semifinal that day will be the Lady Mountaineers of Heritage, who won earlier over Hardin Valley 80-41. So it's Heritage advancing to take on Bearden in that first game Friday at 4:30. Maryville and Farragut then in this girls' second semifinal at 6. And then boys' semifinal action will follow at 7:30 and 9. However, there's still some stuff to be decided between now and then where the boys are concerned. That's tomorrow night with boys' quarterfinal action. Farragut won last night over Lenoir City 80-35, and they'll take on Hardin Valley tomorrow. Hardin Valley the number 4 seed, Farragut the number 5 seed, and the teams split their regular season matchups. The other semifinal, or quarterfinal rather, tomorrow night on the boys' side of things will be West, the number 3 seed, taking on William Blount. So the winners tomorrow night move on to the semis on Friday, where Maryville and Bearden await on the boys' side of the bracket. The girls have punched their ticket for the region tournament. 4 move on from the district to the region. And so having qualified for the semifinals, the Lady Admirals are one of those 4. And again, we hope tomorrow night that the boys will follow suit. We'll be back on the I-105 airwaves tomorrow night. And with that being a 6 o'clock start, we'll be on about 5:55 or so. And wish Coach Higgins and his Admirals the best tomorrow night against the Hawks of Hardin Valley. And then, of course, the Lady Admirals back in action again on Friday at 6 o'clock here at Bearden High School. Again, FM 105.3 WFIV, online at myi105.com, or right here where you've been watching tonight, courtesy of BDC Productions at the live stream, Booster Club's live stream page. We'll have it, the audio and the video here, of course, too, if you're able to view it that way. So I guess that's going to do it. For Brandon, behind the camera, I'm Eric Gerhardt saying thanks so much for watching, and we wish you a very good night.